Hello there, welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. Thank you for being here and welcome to my home. And already the chat is on fire. So let's go straight over there and see the chat. I had a message an hour ago on the chat, and poor Steve and Tina Jewel. Steve forgot that he was on my last live when I'd put a message out to say that Clocks in Cyprus had gone back an hour, so check the schedule. And he remembered that, well, he didn't see the comment, but he was on the right time then, and he's forgotten again. We've got Sharon. Thank you for being here, Sharon. Sharon says, good morning, Dawn. I've been out picking up pecans today. I've just got back. Wow, that's awesome. And I put back in the chat just before we began, Sharon, I'm picking my 86 olive trees. Yes. Now, this is really good because I picked nearly all of them. One of my volunteers started doing one big tree for me, and now the second volunteer has joined her and doing that. And today I finished another whole row, and there is, I think, 3 more trees to do. So I'm just going to leave them with the last 3 trees. So, of course, I'm filming everything they're doing as well. So, yeah, we're practically done on that. And those who ask, my olives, I have 86 trees, and all the olives we process for oil. So we have to take them to an olive mill, and you pay to have them pressed into oil. But then a question we've also been asked is you can't use it straight away because it comes back very cloudy, if you like. We then ourselves have to filter it, and we triple filter our oil. So you couldn't press it, bring it back and use it straight away. No, they just press it into oil. So we triple filter it, and that basically means you have to lay it down so the sediment goes to the bottom and filter it off. And we do that 3 times, which is why our olive oil is excellent. There are different olives that are better for oil and different olives better for eating. Now, I have many different types of olives. I don't know if you've noticed in my videos, I've got some more footage of picking them, but they are all different types. We have small ones, we have great big ones, we have all different types. And we do not like eating olives anyway, but as I say, all the types we got are very suitable for oil. So that is all we use them for. And we're not allowed to sell them like in a market or to a shop or anything like that, because you need a business license and more information. As a totally organic, but people we know, like our volunteers, we gave them some oil. Friends have the oil, and we know lots of people that come and ask to buy it for their friends as well. So that's what we do with it. And of course, we save a lot for ourselves as well. So that's about our oil. And there are videos on it being pressed. So if you're interested in that, do ask me for the link if you want to see the whole process at the olive mill. You can sell the olives to the mill, or you can sell some of them and keep some to be pressed, but you still have to pay to have them pressed. This year we are keeping all the oil for ourselves. So that's what we're doing this year. Okay. Oh, we have Shirley here from Glitter World. Shirley, you made me laugh. She did a little video talking about how she's made a little hugelkultur bed, and bless her, I used to have trouble with what the word was, hugelkultur, and I loved all your pronunciations of it. That made me laugh so much, but I did put in the comments hugelkultur. And Shirley was saying about how she makes it, and it's all correct and lovely how she does it. She then talks about she had some soil, and I did mention you don't need to. It's like a form of making compost, if you like, so you don't add soil because it becomes soil. So yeah, very good going there, Shirley. Excellent. Sharon says, I wish I was there to help you. Well, I'm only a plane ticket away, Sharon. I'm only a plane ticket away. Hey there, my friend, says Shirley. Shirley says, I love olives. Yeah. Be five for eating them all. What if you came and picked them? You can't eat them straight off the tree. This is something else people think. You can't eat them straight off a tree. They have to be, well, there's different ways of, some put them in vinegar, some put them in different forms, but you cannot eat them directly off a tree. You can try. And we had a volunteer one time, he said, oh, I'm sure you can. So I went, there you go. And and that was from someone who loved olives. So yeah, Shirley. Sharon says, how many olives have you got so far? Well, I've done past videos where I show a great big, it's like an old bed frame, if you like. So think of a great big bed frame, and that gets piled quite high with all the olives. Different years, you get different amounts. So these people who sell olive groves and say, oh, you get X amount each year, you can't say that. You can't even say an average. And Mike kept every year how much we pick. This year is far less because we've had summer nearly all year. And so we've had no rain at all. So it's much less. Plus, I also cut a lot of the trees right down. So they didn't produce olives this year. So it would probably be the least we've ever had. But until we take it to be processed, I can't give you figures, but I will let you know. Yeah, how many do you get? I can't say. And as I say, we get really big ones and really small ones. Oh, this is another fallacy I want to let you know. We get the really huge ones and we get little tiny ones as well. There can be more juice in the tiny ones. And the reason for that is the bigger the big ones get, the bigger the stone inside gets. So therefore it doesn't mean it's all juice. Whereas the little ones, the stones don't really, or pips, whatever you want to call them, they don't really grow very much at all in the tiny ones. So the tiny ones are mostly pure oil. They will be juice. So that's another fallacy. So it doesn't mean the big ones are more. They are quite often less. Yum, says Glitter World. Oh, Steve, you're here. Yay. I saw your message at the beginning. Sharon says, you're very welcome, Dawn. I love picking pecans and cracking pecans. The only nuts we grow here are hazelnuts. I don't have a tree as such. I keep finding hazelnuts, so I'm trying to cultivate those from the seeds. But we do have two big almond trees. We have two very big almond trees. They're the only nuts that we grow. Steve said hello. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Steve's putting links there. Can't you eat them? No. Some of our ones you could eat, but you have to put them in, as I said, this brine. You make a brine. So you couldn't eat them straight off the tree. You couldn't do that. Sharon says, thank you, Steve, for dropping the link. Shirley, what do you call it? Hugelkurgen. Hugel culture. Hugel culture, Shirley. The Hugel culture, not spelt right, no, my love. Oh, that was so funny. I just couldn't get the word for a long time. And I always wanted to put an E on the end of the word, but that's not right either. Shirley says, most here eat cooked and pickled. Yeah, they normally come in brine or some juice. Sharon says, Dawn, you know I pick out pecans, but while I'm picking out pecans, I don't eat any of them. Is that weird or what? Well, that's the same as me picking all the olives. Picking all the olives. I wouldn't be tempted even if you could. Nature determines that, says Shirley. Sure does. Sharon says the same with blackberries. Oh, I love those. I can pick blackberries all day and not eat a single blackberry. Isn't that weird? Yes, it is. Oh, when I was a child in England, used to go and pick strawberries in farm fields and blackberries and raspberries. Oh, Shirley loves almonds too. Cool. Sharon says, me too, Shirley. Almonds are delicious. You knows how to say it. Hugel culture. Hugel rhymes with frugal. Now you won't forget it. Hugel rhymes with frugal. Culture, the culture of Hugel. Shirley says, I would wait till they be washed. Yes, certainly will. And how rude of me, I haven't said a hello to all of you guys officially. So here's a hello to you all. Oh, I've still got my Dawn is Live sitting up there. Let's take that away. Steve said, used to stuff my face picking strawberries. What, like a hamster? I'm sure you mean one at a time or not. I like strawberries, raspberries and blackberries with tons of sugar and carnation cream, which is like, it's a cream, condensed milk. It actually is. It's not milk, it's cream, but it's tinned cream. That's what I like. Sharon says, laugh out loud, but don't. I can't say that about strawberries. Oh, so you eat the strawberries. Yeah. I've got a loganberry. It's one of the newest trees that I bought, and it's a climber. Well, it's so long now. You've seen my videos, my patio, and we've got two like big, huge metal arches. So you realise how big they are. And it is so big now that I have been filming it lately, so you'll see it. It's a climbing loganberry, so it's gone all the way up, over, and it's coming back all the way down again. Oh no, I don't like sour cream. Sharon saying, have you tried sour cream? No, I'm not a great lover of sour cream. No, not a great lover, me. Not at all. Okay, let's begin today. So you have thinking time. Let's begin with our puzzle of the day. What day is it? It's Wednesday. I could never think what day it is. Okay, so we want Wednesday intros. So let's begin with this. So this puzzle today is, I'm going to call it Dawn's trying to beat Steve. Because Steve is very fast getting the answers. So I've picked a puzzle today that I think will stump Steve. Let's see if the rest of you can get it before Steve does. I think it's a little difficult. And I want the answers, what this thing is that I'm talking about. So a person who has this thing doesn't tell anyone he has this thing. A person who takes this thing doesn't know he has it. A person who knows it, that he has it, doesn't want it. What is it? So it's got to be right for all those things I've said. So a person who has it doesn't tell anyone he's got it. A person who takes it doesn't know he has it. And a person who knows it doesn't want it. If you get that, Steve, I will double applaud you. It's one of those, when you know the answer, it's obvious, but I think it's hard. Let's see if any of you get that. Sharon said she loves sour cream. I'll be right back. Cool. Be right back. So let's see if any of you get the puzzle of the day. I'll say it one more time and then we'll do it again if no one's got it yet. So someone who has it doesn't say he has it. He doesn't tell anyone. Oh, I got you, Steve. So yeah, a person who has it doesn't tell anyone he has it. He wouldn't say if he's got it. A person who takes it doesn't know it. He doesn't know he's taken it. Let's say if he's taken it, he thinks it's something else. Or does that confuse you more? And a person who knows it, if he knows what it is, he doesn't want it. What is it? Ooh, I think I got a good one today. While you're thinking about that, let's have today's quote corner. And don't forget, if you're entering my 5K giveaway, you've got until the 25th of November to get all your answers that you want to give me, as many as you want to do. Give it to me in one email, all your answers, as many as you want to have a go at answering, and you might just win. And this Wednesday quote is one of the answers. So I'm giving you one answer already just by being on my live. So write down this quote. This is one answer. This is why I can't change my quotes currently, because I've said what is the Wednesday quote. So I can't change any. So there we go. Steve's saying a cold. Let's see if that works. Someone who has it doesn't say he has it. So I'm going to say, not necessarily. Someone who takes it doesn't know it. He who knows it doesn't want it. What is it? It is not a cold. It is not a cold. So one more time. Someone who has it doesn't say he's got it. He doesn't say he's got it. He wouldn't tell anyone. Someone who takes it or gets it doesn't know it. Someone who knows it, what it is, doesn't want it. What is it? Tricky one today. See if you can get it before the end of my live. Or Dawn has won today. About time too, Dawn. Okay, I haven't been marking off all my jokes that I've given you, so I apologise if I've repeat any, but I don't think we've done this one. Two women are talking in heaven. The first woman says, "Hi, Wanda." And the second woman says, "Hi, Sylvia. how did you die? And the first woman says, I froze to death. The second woman says, how horrible. The first woman says, it wasn't so bad. After I quit shaking the cold, I began to get warm and sleepy and finally died a peaceful death. What about you? The second woman said, I died of a massive heart attack. I suspected that my husband was cheating, so I came home early to catch him in the act. But instead, I found him all by himself in the den, watching TV. The first woman says, so what happened? The second woman said, I was so sure there was another woman there somewhere that I started running all over the house looking. I ran up into the attic and searched there and down in the basement. Then I went through every closet. I even checked under all the beds. I kept this up until I had looked everywhere. And finally, I became so exhausted, I just killed over with a heart attack and died. The first woman said, too bad you didn't look in the freezer. Then we would both still be alive. I like that one. That's very funny. Did you get it before I said? Steve saying you're ahead in the subs for a while. Oh, Steve, I've watched your animal wildlife camera one. I saw it. Guys, you need to see it. Steve put your link to it. And all I can say is I'm surprised the apples were still there, so I won't spoil it as to what Steve caught on his night camera. Oh dear. Anyone else going for the puzzle today? Anyone got the answer? What is the thing I'm talking about? Someone who has it doesn't say that he's got it. Someone who takes it doesn't know that he's got it or what it is, let's say. Someone who knows it, what it is, doesn't want it. So what is it? What is it? Can you guess? Can you guess? Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Okay, so I don't have a lot to share with you because, as you know, we've still got our lovely volunteers here. Adrian is the volunteer. He's been doing some drone footage for me, so you'll see that amongst many of my videos. He's given me a lot that I can keep. I will do one video showing him doing drone footage. And if any of you saw my walk video when I walked to the ravine, I took them there because I thought that would be awesome if he could do some drone footage because it's so deep. You can't look over the edge to see the bottom. So he took his drone down in the ravine and I was like so pleased. It's the first time I'll ever be able to, first and last time I'll ever be able to see down the bottom of the ravine. So he's going to give me some of that footage as well. So I will do one video just of him, first of all, doing the drone, and maybe I'll show the ravine and then show you his footage of that. But he's done some flyovers our property and a few other bits, so I will be sharing those. I'm even thinking about making a new intro out of some of it. So if any of you want drone footage for free done of your property, I've said that Adrian could do that on Workaway because it's not just about farming and helping in your house or garden. He can actually put that on his profile. All you have to give in return is somewhere for him to sleep and obviously wash, you know, and facilities. If he does 3 hours or less a day for you, 5 days a week, then you do not even have to feed them. So all you need to do is provide them. It can be a room in your house. So just basically a bed, a shower. He can share your shower. and that's all you need. So if anyone wants free drone footage, you can say, I'd like this, I want to fly over my house, or whatever you want, and he can do it on Workaway. So if any of you are interested, I'll give you the link to Adrian's profile. So, and of course, he'll probably want to come with Stephanie. So Stephanie does assist him with some of the filming, or Stephanie can come and help out doing other things for you while he's doing the drone footage. And there's the link from Steve for his animal trail camera, whatever you call it, wildlife camera. Go and look at it. It's only a short video, so that's something to definitely watch while you're having your coffee. So that's something there. So yes, nothing really much to say. Friend came round today, and she's the one who drops off lots of bottles we're collecting bottles, as you know, for our, what was an old pigsty. It's got no walls, but it's got the feeders there. And we want to do bottled walls around it. And I want to make it into, I'll say a greenhouse, but not a germination room. So over winter, I can start loads of seeds off down there. That's what I want to make it into. I can't use it as a greenhouse because we would use it for no more than 1 month a year, and everything would be too hot and I'll have to haul it all out again. So we're going to use all the bottles and build walls, bottled walls. Be very pretty. I want coloured ones. I'm not having white bottles. I want coloured bottles, and we can make like little designs in it, but we haven't got enough. So she came around, she bought some more bottles and old plastic containers that she always gives me because she knows I use them for growing, and another puzzle. It's just here because she shares puzzles around, jigsaw puzzles. I'll just grab it. It's just here. This one's very pretty. She said, I'm sure you won't be doing puzzles at the moment. I was like, no, a bit busy in the garden. But that is a really pretty picture. How many pieces is this one? 1,000 pieces. Does it say? I think sometimes they say about the picture. No, that's about the company. Normally says something about the picture. Made in Italy, Venice Canal. That's all it says. And the size, 70 by 50 centimetres. Venice Canal, that's all this one says. Sometimes they say a lot more. So I will probably be doing this at some point when we get rainy season. That's what I'll be doing. So that's very pretty. What she used jigsaw puzzles for? We just share them. So she just gives some to me to do when I finish them, then she passes them to someone else, and we just make them and destroy them. So I know some people keep them once they're made. So she just shares them around. There's a small group, and swap puzzles. I've actually got 4 more of hers there. 5 more. Yeah, there's 5 more there. I have phases of doing them. As I say, more rainy season, we tend to do it when there's not going outside, because Steve will tell you I do not go outside if it rains. So there's a few there. And if you want to see me doing the puzzles, they're on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and I do puzzles in time lapse. So I'll show you the puzzle, I'll start doing it. I always find the corners first. Well, not first, but edges. So I find all the edges first and put the corners aside, and I try not to start the puzzle. I don't have to find all the edge, but I have to try and find all the corners before I start doing the puzzle. So yes. And talking of puzzles, ooh, I think I got you stumped today. When I tell you the answer, you'll be like, oh, yes, it's obvious now. So what is this thing? Someone who has it doesn't tell people that he has it or what it is. Someone who gets it or takes it doesn't know that it's this thing. A person who knows what it is doesn't want it. So what is it? I keep trying to say it a little bit different to help you a little bit. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, as I say, nothing to really report in the garden because death. Ooh, see if that works. Someone who has it doesn't say they have it. I can see where you're going on that. You're not saying you're a dead person, I suppose. Someone who takes it doesn't know it. I can see, yes. Someone who knows it doesn't want it. It would work, Steve. I can see. Yes, it would work, but that's not my answer. Yes, I can see. Yes. I can see. Sharon says, oh, okay. Dawn, I used to put 1,000-piece puzzles together. I love 1,000-piece puzzles. I don't like those puzzles with less than 1,000 pieces. It has to be 1,000 pieces or I won't touch it. I have got on that channel, I don't know if you know it, Sharon. Let me just find the banner for it. Right, that's my other channel running underneath. Where I say I've got puzzles on there. I'm trying to think what the playlist would be, what the puzzles are under. I think it's hobbies. I think there's a playlist says hobbies and crafts or something like that. It's on there. And some of the puzzles on there aren't jigsaw puzzles as in the shapes of jigsaw puzzle pieces. There's one I've got on there that are squares, just squares, like tiles. And it's insects, about 4 or 5 different types of insects, lines of them, like they might do this and curve up, and then another type of insect like this. And you've got to put it together so the insects, each of them runs in straight lines. So you can't suddenly have an ant facing an ant. And it's actually harder than it sounds. I'm not sure how many squares it is. Something like 8 by 4 or something like that. So it's not loads of bits. That's pretty good. And I've got some other weird types of puzzles as well on there. Not just your standard. I've got circle puzzles. There's some circle puzzles on there. If you're into jigsaw puzzles, do go and have a look. There's probably about 10 or more jigsaw puzzle videos on there. Probably that. Let's check the comments. Stephen, Tina, Jewel say, last puzzle I did took me 6 months. The box said 2 to 3 years. Very good. Yay. Sharon says, yes, I've seen a channel like that. Let me just check what the playlist is called. Because I always forget what the names of my playlist are when I tell you. So I've actually written them all down. Now. Right, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. What's the puzzle one? Games and Puzzles. The playlist is called Games and Puzzles. So that's a playlist. There's other things as well, but Games and Puzzles. That's the playlist there. Sharon says, Steve, I want a puzzle like that. Oh, I'm the sort of person who does edges and the top and bottom are different lengths. So Mike normally comes and fixes it. Yeah. I don't like doing when you got all loads of green or loads of blue. I don't like doing that. I don't like when you've got that. I like pictures where you can see. I like intricate puzzles, but not where it all just looks the same. Clouds, those sort of ones. Not so much those. Okay, let's have a look. What shall we do now? Do you want the answer yet to the puzzle, or shall we do something else first? Let's do something else first. So let's do If only I could find it. Let's do this. Now, for any of you that don't know, that hamster running around there is my hamster running around my light ring, where I've got it like a roulette wheel, if you like, with numbers on of those pictures on my countdown for this live. And today he's not stopping, but when he stops on a number, that is the subject we will talk about briefly today. And if you don't know, the hamster was named by the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla channel. Go and check them out. And they called him Forrest, as in run, Forrest, run. He stopped. Let me get him out the light ring. So here is Forrest. If you haven't met Forrest, here he is. He's a little bit sleepy today, so we'll put him into bed. And he stopped today on number 10. Now, on my intro countdown, number 10, the pictures around it are insects. So what can I talk about insects today? Thanks for that, Forrest. I have seen the last 2 days. Now, we don't get this normally here that I've seen. Flying ants, and we don't normally, obviously there are flying ants, but we don't get like a big horde of them. And the last 2 days I've seen in the distance, the field beyond my land, a great big mass of them. Now, I couldn't tell that they were flying ants, and I went down to video to see what on earth they were. It was like a big white mass all swirling and swirling round. So I have got a little bit of footage. I couldn't get the mass because it was too far away, and as I say, just white. So I couldn't get the mass, but a couple of them were landing, so I got some pictures of that. That will probably go up on my other channel as part of Dawn's Diary, which is a little playlist I've got there where any odd little bits like that I put together. Monday something, Tuesday little clip of something else, Wednesday another clip of something else. So if you like little, it's almost like shorts but of totally different things over 1 week, that's where you want to watch Dawn's Diary. And it's basically, as I say, each day of the week, and I put a little clip. I talk to you about something I've done, or might be like I'm making jam or whatever it is, but different things. So quick little look at my week. So there's that. Okay, let's check the comments. Sharon says, Dawn, I love puzzles, but only certain ones I don't like. Only certain ones I don't like. Yes, as I say, I'm quite keen on puzzles. I just get terrible neck ache or backache doing them. I just do. Steve says a puzzle for me would be working out how to fix something. Yes, Mike prefers mental puzzles. Forrest, yeah, it was Forrest. There's Forrest. Oh, Forrest. There's Forrest. Have to hold him because he wants to run away. Sharon says, looks like he's very sleepy hamster. Yes. Sharon says, Steve, do you like blackberry jelly? You know, we say jam. To us, jelly is something else. Something else entirely. No one got the puzzle yet. I think I'll do the answer and then we'll do some Q&A. Should we do some Q&A? Okay. Someone who has it doesn't tell anyone he's got it. Someone who takes it doesn't know he's got it. And the person who knows it doesn't want it. What is it? Tina makes jam sometimes. Well, the answer is counterfeit money. Counterfeit money. Someone who has it doesn't say he's got it. Someone who takes it doesn't know he's got it. Someone who knows what it is doesn't want it. Counterfeit money. And the winner of the applause today was Dawn. Dawn beat the crowd. Yay for me. 1 to Dawn. Steve's been getting them all the last few weeks, so it's about time I won one today. Sharon says, laugh out loud, jam, jelly, it's all the same to me. And I don't know if you know, Sharon, in Cyprus, all jams or jellies are called marmalade. Regardless of if they're strawberry, cherry, blackcurrant, they are all called marmalade. Very good, says Steve. Excellent. Dawn, yay, yay for Dawn. Finally. Okay, shall we do some Q&A? Shall we do some Q&A? Yes, I think we will do some Q&A. Let's find the little intro for today's Q&A. Let's see. What question shall we do today? Oh, this is a good one. What's the best things about being married versus being single? What's the best things about being married versus being single? Sharon's saying yes, marmalade. That's what my grandmother used to call it. Cool. Well, best thing about being married versus being single. Well, I suppose if I was single, I probably wouldn't be with Mike every single minute of every single day. Whereas because we're married, we've come to live here and we are. So that for me, what about you guys? That's probably the best thing, because if we were single, we wouldn't have come here and been together all the time, maybe. What else? Steve says, someone there to look after you when you're sick. Oh, that's nice. Yes. What else? What about being single? How is being single better? The only thing I would say about being single is better is you're not responsible. You don't have to think about someone else all the time. So you don't have to, if you're single, you've only got yourself to concern yourself with. I would say that's that's the being single better thing, is you don't have to worry about anyone else. You do what you want when you want. You've got no one to worry about. Steve saying it shouldn't be this hard. Sharon says, I'll stay single, never getting married, not I. So what's your benefit of single, Sharon? What's the biggest reason for you to be single? What's your biggest thing? Sharon saying, being single, you don't have to worry about being bossed around. So a bit like I'm saying, basically, you've only got yourself to worry about. Definitely, you've only got yourself. Okay, let's do another question. What would be different in your life in 10 years' time? Well, I'll be 10 years older. I'll be 10 years older. That would be different. Oh my goodness. In 10 years' time, I'll be 70. Oh, I'll be 70. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be 60 in December. That's bad enough. Less teeth, says Steve. Autocorrect, says Sharon. Don't worry, Sharon, I normally just read through it. Less hair, says Steve. I hope not. I hope not for me. 10 years' time. Well, you've got to be less mobile. Sharon's laughing at Steve. Oh, dear. Yeah, you're going to be less mobile, definitely. I would like to think more projects have been done here. I would not say finished, because we're always evolving. Always evolving. We've always got new ideas and new things happening. I'm going to say maybe in 10 years' time, I will have a living helper. I'm going to say I'll probably have a living helper by then. If not for me, then for Mike. Steve said 10 years' time he'd be closer to death. Sharon saying less frustrated. Good for you, Sharon. Good for you. Less frustrated. In 10 years' time, I probably won't fit into any of my clothes. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Maybe I will even curb down even more the sort of clothes I wear. What age, particularly women, because Steve can't probably answer this, but what age women do you think, oh, I really can't wear that anymore? As in, even if you feel you can, you shouldn't. Is there an age? When does that strike? For me, it was when I started putting on weight. Things just don't look good anymore. But there is a time for females when you're like, shouldn't really wear that. It's just one day you suddenly think that. What else in 10 years' time will be different? Oh, I hope I will be like 1 million subscribers by then. That would be cool, wouldn't it? 1 million subscribers. That's the goal. Steve says 29. Yeah, 1 million subscribers, if it even exists anymore in the way it is now. Look how fast everything's changed. So I think just everything in life's going to be different anyway. Everything in life, definitely. Let's do another one. Oh, this is quite a good one. This is a bit intense. What controls your life and the way you live? Easy for me. If we can't find something, we can't have something. So if we need something, we either adapt things we find to make something, or we just don't have it. So Sharon saying, all right, Steve, that's too young. 29 can fit into anything and everything. Steve saying that's the age when you There's certain things you can't wear anymore. Well, for men, is there a time when you suddenly start wearing old man clothes? Thank goodness Mike doesn't. I like his shirts. I don't know if you've seen any of his shirts because he's probably doing DIY when you've seen his videos. But he likes very nice shirts. But when I first met him, he had a pair of brown trousers. And to me, that's old man. So he got rid of those. But yeah, for men, I think there's an age. Steve's still dressing the same. Yeah, I think men tend to suddenly dress older, like a generation, where that's when you get grandchildren, you think you better start dressing like a grandpa. I don't know. But no. Yes, what controls your life and the way you live? For a lot of people, sadly, it's money. But don't let that stop you having or doing anything. There are ways and means. What else controls the weather? If it's raining, I can't go outside. Can't go outside if it's raining. Or if it's cold. Mike won't go outside. So the weather controls our life, definitely. What controls your life and the way you live? Night and day. If it's dark, we can't go and do gardening. Steve said we just go out of fashion. What controls your life and the way you live? I wouldn't say controls as such, but like if friends are coming round or something like that, we adapt. So I wouldn't say they control, but if they phone up and say, hey, do you want to go out with us? I wouldn't say they're controlling us because I could say no, but that changes maybe what we might have planned to do because we'd rather go out and see friends. Yeah, rain, says Steve. Snow says Steve. I know for Steve, bear sitting at your front door, that controls your day. You can't go out if you've got a big black bear outside your front door. What else? What controls your life and the way you live? Again, I wouldn't say controls as such because it's my choice, but I don't really follow a time schedule in my day. But there are certain things I do as routine. So when I get up, I will post some shorts. That's my choice. If it's my time, 5:30 in the evening, Monday and Wednesday, I need to do my lives, and 2 p.m. my time. Fridays, I do my other live. I have to edit because I've committed to posting 3 times a week on this channel and posting for the other channels. So I wouldn't say it controls my life because I've chosen to do it, but I've committed to giving you videos when I say I'll give you videos. Rover. Steve says Rover. Yes, Rover controls your life for sure. The cats try to control our lives, but that doesn't happen. What else controls your life and the way you live? Oh, the way I live. Well, obviously, we're off grid. So if our solar panels don't work, then we don't have power. As you know, our borehole broke, so we didn't have water to our house or our land. So yeah, nature and environment and mechanical things. Yeah, that kind of thing. Let's do one more question. Morning treats for Rover, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Oh, gosh. This is a pretty cool one. If you were in a movie about yourself, what is the one scene it must do of your life? So a film's being made about you. What is one scene you insist must be in there? One iconic moment, or one special moment, or just one random thing? What is one scene you insist must be in the story about your life? I would say coming to Cyprus, because that's got to be a big part of my story. I would say relocating to Cyprus. In fact, why not start my story there and call the film New Beginnings? Yeah, that for me, you could make a really good film out of that. In fact, we were approached to do a TV program, an English TV program. I've talked about this before because they saw footage from my YouTube, and if you've got English TV, you may know of it. It's currently in its second or third series now, and it was called Help We Bought a Village. And they interviewed us over Zoom, and yeah, they really wanted us. And they actually was going to have us for a different program, but then they said, oh, we've got this new program going to be coming out. So this is before the first series. And they said the working title, which means the title before they decided on definitely a final title, is Help We Bought a Village, which is what it's called. And they said, we really want you to be on it. And I was like, but we haven't bought a village. Don't worry about that. We'll work around that. Now, I've worked in TV before. You don't sign up to anything you're not happy with, because if they're bending that, what else are they going to bend? Oh, don't worry, da, da, da. And we'll figure it out. And they wanted the abandoned village. That was quite a big pull. And they also wanted all the things we make and do and live for nothing. They wanted a completely different concept to anyone or anything else that they was going to be able to find, because they're all renovating and paying for renovation. But they thought we would be a good concept, and they didn't have anyone in Cyprus. And they really, really wanted the whole story about the history of our abandoned village. Now, I was concerned as well, because if they get anything wrong about our island and the history of it and why it was abandoned, if they changed anything, it would be very detrimental to say the wrong history of it. And I didn't want anything to do with the fact it says Help We Bought a Village, when clearly we have not bought a village. But they really wanted us, and we're like, I said, well, if you change the title, I'll consider it. But I still wasn't really happy once they were going to dupe people anyway. Anyway, we watched the first series, and I would say 70%, if not 80% of the people on it have definitely not built a village. Now, we know some of them from YouTube, the ones that are on it, and even the programs lied about what they have got. And it's TV. As I say, I've worked in TV. I know nothing is true. Not even the news is true. And I just didn't want any part of it. So, yeah. So, yeah, it would make a good film. I would say a film or documentary would be better than being on these TV programs, to be sure. And if you don't know, no one gets paid for being in any of these things. They just give you a presence that people then look up and find your YouTube channel or whatever else. You don't get paid anything. Where are we? Steve says the important part he would have the scene is his family together. That's lovely, Steve. Wife and kids. Don't let the truth spoil a good story. Yeah, I felt it was more real by me just doing YouTube. I don't want parts of it's. We've seen before ones where it's like renovation TV programs. Again, they normally find YouTubers, and one was showing you it was all derelict and da da da. Well, I know this channel. It was one outbuilding was still derelict. The rest of it was all 5-star accommodation and a big swimming pool, but they never showed that bit. So, yeah. I don't really want any part of that. I think people go on these things, it's desperado for attention and followers and whatnot. Yes, yes. Steve says, yeah, we make our own story and video. Yeah, keep it real. I mean, there's lots of YouTubers out there that are fake, but we'll let them get on with it. Sharon says, Steve, I have to agree with you on that. Sure do. That's really good. So, yeah, I think for me, it would be, the whole thing would be starting here, call it New Beginnings. That is part of why I call my channel New Beginnings, because I started it here, and also to help people remember my name, because my name is obviously Dawn. New Beginnings is the dawn, the sunrise, and every day is a new beginning. Forget yesterday, move on, start again, do something positive every day. So that is my channel name. So I think on that note, we will finish today. Thank you all so much for being here. We did a good variety of stuff today, for sure. We've done some serious stuff and we've done some fun stuff as well. So I'm going to finish here. If you want to join me on Friday on my other channel, because of the time difference, I can't even tell you what time. I'm much earlier, so I know for Americans particularly, it's too early my live on my other channel. But if not, I'll be here Monday, back at the usual time. So yes, I'm going to finish there for today. Thank you for being here. If you're watching this back later, hello to you too. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate all your support, and I will see you next week. Till then, as always, Meraki.